Hey, what's going on, everybody? So last weekend, I went on the Margaritaville at Sea Paradise, and today I'm just going to give my thoughts on it. While I was on it, I was kind of taking notes. If you've watched my channel, you know that I like to go on cruises. I've been on MSC, Royal Caribbean, and Carnival. So everybody says Margaritaville at Sea is the worst cruise, etc., etc. It's horrible. Truth is, it's not that bad. It's still a cruise. Do I think it's worth it? No. But at the end of the day, I think the worst cruise is a cruise that's leaving port without you on it. So at the end of the day, I was still on a cruise. I was still having fun. I still got to go to another port. I woke up and I could walk to go watch music. I could go have entertainment. I could go watch a production show. So at the end of the day, is the cruise worth it? No. But is it the worst cruise ever? No, of course not. You're on a cruise. You're on vacation. However, would I pay for it again? No. Like I said, it's not worth it to me. You pay quite a bit of money, I feel, for less than 48 hours. So I have 10 reasons why I do not think the cruise is worth it / issues that I have with it. Number one is the fine print. Make sure you read it all. So one thing I didn't realize is there is a $15 per day gas charge, fuel charge. I did not see that till after we booked the cruise. So that kind of irritates me. I would rather them raise the price $15 so I know exactly what I'm paying than at the end, after I already book it, to see it's $15 charge. And it's $15 per person. So if the cruise ship holds 1,600 people, that's a pretty good cash grab, $15. So it's $30 per cruise. And so I feel like that's very misleading. They're hiding it. The price of fuel goes up and down. The fine print says up to $15, but you and I both know they're going to charge you the maximum. And sure enough, when I checked my statement, I got charged $30 because it's a 2-day cruise. But what really irritates me is I didn't see it till after I already booked the cruise. All right, number two, the website is hard to find information. So as I was doing my videos, I was trying to put information out that I had questions on that I couldn't find. If you go to their website, it is probably the most horribly structured website. You have to click on different links to get to where you're going, or to where you want to go, to where you think it's going to go. And it is very hard to find information. And then even when you go on Reddit or just do general Google searches, there's not a whole lot of information out on this cruise, which is why I did my videos day 1, day 2, and I tried answering the questions I have. So hopefully if you have the same questions, they'll be answered for you, such as dress codes, theme nights, itineraries. You can't find the itinerary, so I put the QR code up so you can see what they do day by day. Drinks, food, all that stuff. It is very hard to navigate their website. 3, valet parking. Valet parking seems nice. When you go, you pull your car up, you get out, they drive your car away for you. But there's no option. So it's $19 a day, and there's no option. You have to valet park at this port. Once again, not an issue. They try to stagger it based off where your room is when you show up. But the line gets pretty long. There's only so many valet parkers. They have to drive to the parking lot, and then they have to walk back. And so it takes a while. But the issue comes is when you're getting ready to leave. Because when you're getting ready to leave, that line for valet parking gets even longer. Because you just want to go home. You've been on this cruise ship for 2 days, and you're ready to go home, and now you got to wait for valet parking. I will caveat that and say I was lucky. I did not have to do valet parking because I have the disabled veteran license plate. So I keep saying it in my videos, and I think it's one of the best deals that Florida offers. If you are a disabled veteran and you get the Florida, it has to be Florida, but if you get the Florida disabled veteran license plate, you get to park free at the ports. And so while I was waiting in line at Port of Palm Beach, somebody came up behind me and noticed I had the disabled veterans license plate. And so they have their own parking lot right next to the port. Super convenient. I didn't have to valet park, and you get free parking. So, I parked, just took my bags in, left my car right there, and then when I left, I saw the huge line waiting for people with the valet parking, and I was able to walk right past them and go straight to my car. So I cannot reiterate enough, if you are a disabled veteran who lives in Florida, get that disabled veteran license plate. Number 4, Check-in is very slow. The process is very unorganized. There's really no information. It takes a long time. I don't know why. Maybe it's because everything is manual. You have to physically make copies of the passports. You know, there's no digital app for Margaritaville at Sea, which I think if they had a digital app, if they did everything digital, it could definitely speed up the process. But when I got in line, I showed up at 12:30. By the time I got up to the boarding agent to check in, it was after 1. So after you check in, you go to another line, but they don't tell you. They divide it up by your muster station. So there's 3 muster stations. And so there's supposed to be 3 separate lines, but they didn't tell anybody until after everybody was in line. And then about 1:15-ish, they started telling people, if you're in muster station 1, you go here. If you're in 2, you go here. Well, there's already 100 people in line, and we're all trying to shuffle, try to find our right muster station. So not a whole lot of guidance. That was one of my, issues. It's very slow to get on the ship. And there's no seating in the waiting area unless you pay for it. So as you're walking on the ship, you'll see off to the left as you're getting ready to go through the door, there's a seating area with a bunch of white chairs, and those are the VIPs. Those are the people that paid faster to chill or license to chill, whatever the extra package is. So they have a seating area, and their line's a lot shorter, obviously. And they get to go on the ship first. So I guess what happened is they started boarding the ship at 11:30, but they didn't actually let the non-paying people on till about 1 is when they started letting people on. And even then, once again, super unorganized. It's just very slow process. So there's lines everywhere. There's lines everywhere when you get on the ship, when you get off the ship. Just expect to wait in the line. It is not quick. You know, I check into Carnival, you go through, you check in, and then you wait for maybe 10 minutes, and then you go on the ship. Like every other cruise I've ever been on, super easy, super quick. This one, no, it's frustrating when you stand in line and you see it snaking, 100 people deep. It's frustrating. So number 5. So once I got to a room, the rooms are made for double occupancy. Well, everybody has a cell phone these days, and it's just like kind of a minor inconvenience, but like there's only one 110 outlet in the rooms. Maybe there's more in the suites. I had an ocean view room, and there was one 110 outlet. And there's me and the person I was with, plus I want to charge my cameras, and if you have like a tablet for the kids. This day and age, I feel like it is very inconvenient to only have one outlet. They do have a 220 outlet as well in there. They actually have 2 of them, but they only have one 110. And the 110 outlet was like on the bottom of the floor, under the desk in the corner. So it was very inconvenient location. I will say they do have USB ports. They have a USB-A and a USB-C on the 220 outlet. So that makes it convenient. I didn't see that till the last day. But having the 110 outlet, there's only one 110 outlet. I want to reiterate that. So I'd go on Amazon and I would buy a non-surge protector outlet extender to take so you can plug in more than one thing at a time. And then once I got on the ship and I got in my room, there's no fridge. There's a spot for a fridge, but there's no fridge. So if you buy a bucket of beers like I did when I first got on, you take them back to your room, there's nowhere to put it. So then you have this little ice bucket. You got to ask the room steward to get you ice. And it's just very inconvenient. So there's no fridge. Just want to reiterate that too. And since we're talking about the room and the no fridge, they don't allow you to bring on drinks like the other cruise ships. So you can't even bring water, no soda, no wine, which I get. They want to make their money on alcohol sales, but you can't bring soda, you can't bring bottles of water, nothing like that. They do have bottled water in the room, which is $5 a bottle, which they're good sized bottles of water, but still. All right, 6, the buffet. So if you go to the buffet, 1, there's limited indoor seating, so if you find a seat, make sure you take it. But 2, the food is just, I don't want to complain too much because it's a cruise and it's free food, but it was very bland. It was not my favorite food. Normally, like I love to eat on cruises. I'll eat breakfast, then I'll eat an early lunch, then I'll go get a hamburger at, Guy Fieri's if I'm on Carnival, or I'll eat a second lunch at like 2, and then I'll eat an early dinner. Maybe I'll go to the main dining room. I love to eat. Like cruising, eating is one of my favorite things to do on the cruise ship. Well, on this cruise ship, no. I ate the bare minimum. Nothing was really good. The main dining room the second night, I had the shrimp and grits. That was really good. That was probably the most flavorful thing I had on the whole ship. But other than that, like the food's just very bland, and maybe they do it because there's so many people that come on. They're trying to cook for everybody, which once again I get. I did not enjoy the food on this ship, which sucks because I like to cruise. And the pizza you got to pay for, which every other cruise line I've ever been on, they have late night pizza after you get done drinking at the bars, and it's free. It's complimentary. This one you actually have to pay for the pizza, which whatever. It was what, $10, so it's just like buying a pizza on land, but still, it's like little stuff like that. The other cruise lines, the free stuff they offer. That is why I say I don't feel like it's worth it. Not a bad cruise, not the worst cruise, but it's not worth it in my opinion. All right, 7, the drink package. So the drink package is $83 if you get the basic drink package for 10 drinks, and so that is not a bad deal, I guess, because it's 10 drinks. If you get like the basic drinks are $12, so you are saving money because gratuity is included. You can split the 10 drinks between the two of you or between multiple people. It's just flat out 10 drinks. My issue is that other cruise lines, $83, you're getting unlimited drinks. Now, granted, you got to pay for both people in the room, but you're getting unlimited drinks. And so I don't feel like that's a very good deal because you're only there for 2 days. So I'd gladly pay $160 to have unlimited drinks for 2 days. Instead, I chose not to get the drink package, and they have this cool little cup called the Margarita Blender, which, it's pretty good size. They say it's 3 drinks, but it's $25 just to buy the cup. So you can't even use your drink package when you buy the cup. And then when you go to get a refill, if you have the drink package, you use one of your drinks on it to refill it, plus you got to pay $8. So I feel like the drink package wasn't worth it. And then especially like usually I just drink beer, so the beer is $9 a beer, but they have a special where if you buy 4 you get 1 free, so really 5 beers for $36. Plus gratuity is like $42, so if you get 10 beers, it's kind of a wash whether you get the drink package or not. I just feel like for the price that they charge for 10 drinks for their drink package, you get unlimited drinks on all the other cruise lines. So that's my only issue with that one. I feel like once again, it's just a way to kind of nickel and dime you. Initially, the cruise seems inexpensive, but then as you add these fees, you add the fuel fee, you add the drink fee, like it all adds up to be about the same price as Carnival, Royal Caribbean, MSC. Number 8, the internet. This is both a bad and a good thing. So the internet's kind of hit or miss. We prepaid for the internet package. When we got on, the person I was with was able to log on because as soon as we got on, she started trying to connect. I didn't worry about it. And so about 6 o'clock when we were out at sea or when we were sailing away, I decided I better get on the internet package or jump on the internet. Well, I couldn't get on. So went to customer service at 8 o'clock and he was saying that their internet service was down. There was about an hour window when we first got on the ship where people were able to log on, and now nobody could log on. So I was the only one that complained about it. Well, after midnight, I was finally able to log on seamlessly. Like it worked the way it was supposed to. Once I got on, this internet was the fastest internet I've ever seen. On any of the cruise lines, this internet was the best. Once I was connected, I was actually able to stream a movie on my laptop. That's how fast it was. And I've never, like all the rest of them are kind of hit or miss, kind of spotty. No, once I was connected, this internet was fast. So I say my issue was I couldn't connect, but once I was connected, it was the best. Like this internet, I wish they could take this internet on every other cruise ship. Like the other cruise lines need to figure out what Margaritaville at Sea did and copy it. Number 9 is, I'll say, pay to play. So license to chill, and I get it. You only have 2 days. You can get the most out of your cruise. Pay the extra $120, I think is what it is. Because license to chill, when you check in, your line is shorter. You get VIP seating, so you get to sit in the waiting area. You're first on the cruise, but then during all the entertainment, all the production shows, they have reserved seating. So you could show up right before the show starts, and you're going to get decent seats. Whereas people that don't pay, we lined up half hour, 45 minutes before the show started just so we could get decent seats. So there are a lot of perks for License to Chill. Nothing I thought was worth it, but you get free dinner. Well, it's not free because you pay for it, but you get dinner at the steakhouse one night. You get reserved seating at the shows. You get on the ship first, and then when you go to get off the ship, when you go back to port, the Margaritaville at sea employees will actually walk you to the front of everybody else, cut the line, and let you go through TSA first. Even if you show up at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, the VIPs get to go to the front of the line, no questions asked. So the TSA agents, or not the TSA doesn't run that. It's the Margaritaville at sea employees. So they have somebody down there, and when you come down and say you're a VIP or you paid for License to Chill, they will walk you in front of the line, the security line, and let you go next to the customs agents. So pay to play is what I called it. But it's true. If you want to get the most out of your 2 days, you want to be on the ship the longest, and get off the first and get the best seats, you have to pay. You have to buy the License to Chill. It's just the way it is. Just another way for Margaritaville at sea to make money, which every cruise line has this. I've never seen it so, I guess, in your face, because they always talk about License to Chill. They have the reserved seating, and the theater's not that big. The cutting in front of me at the customs when we got off the ship, that's really what irritated me as far as the whole License to Chill goes. The rest of it I could deal with. I could show up early to a show. I don't need to sit in the waiting area, whatever. I'll get on when I get on, but when we're getting off the ship and I'm ready to go home, having these people cut in front of me, that's what got me. That's what irritated me the most about License to Chill. But enough about that. And then number 10, I'd say the biggest issue is if this is your first cruise, you're paying to go to different ports and see different countries. Well, Freeport, it was not the best port I've ever been to. It's probably the worst port I've ever been to. It's run down where Margaritaville at sea is, where they stop. It's just a rundown port. My friend said it looked like we were going to prison. They got the chain link fence, and then they got, some signs on the fence to welcome to Freeport. You go through security as soon as you get off. You go into a terminal. And then there's one sad row of vendors, and then there is a homemade bar, right outside playing loud music. It's very run down. Now, if you walk, I chose to walk to the Carnival's port, which is a 10-minute walk away, 15-minute walk away. And that's nice. They have, a couple bars. They have lots of shops. They have a food court. It's lively. It's built up. But the stop where Margaritaville ports, I think they called it Pier 1, or it's Pier 1. It's run down. And if that's your first experience on a cruise and you go to port, it's just a sad representation of what's out there. So I think they can do more. Margaritaville could obviously invest some money into their port to make it look nice. But why, I guess? People still go on Margaritaville at sea. They still get sucked into the low price. And so I just think it sucks if that's your first cruising experience and you get off and that's what you see. That's your idea of a port. If you're going to go there, if you're going, I'd just recommend taking a 10-15-minute walk over to the Carnival side, or go on an excursion, or don't even get off the ship. Just my 2 cents. So that's my 10 big issues with this cruise. So overall, I feel like Margaritaville at sea is like Frontier Airlines. They get you at the cheap price, but then they nickel and dime you to make their money. I'll reiterate, the fuel charge, that just irritates me to no end, because I feel like it's a cash grab. It should be included in the price, part of your operating costs, part of your taxes and fees, whatever, but they throw that little fine print in at the end that there's a $15 surcharge or $15 fuel charge per day. I just don't think the money's worth for being less than 48 hours. If you pay for License to Chill, the most you'll be on the ship is 47 hours. So it's less than 2 days on this cruise. So I sailed on the Hero Sail Free. I got a free ocean view room. They do buy one, get one free deals all the time. So it's $69 a person, whatever. If you get one of those deals, like you're still paying probably close to $400 for 2 people to go on a cruise, which isn't bad. Like, I get it. That's still pretty cheap. However, you can find like Carnival cruises, you know, 250, $300 a person, which granted, that's a couple $100. That's a lot of money, but usually you get an extra day. Carnival cruises, the minimum is 3 days. You get better food choices. You get better entertainment, in my opinion. Granted, the Margaritaville at Sea production shows, they were awesome. I liked them better than Carnival's. But overall, I think Carnival's more entertaining. The parties are better. The cruise directors are more involved. You get a longer ship experience because the minimum is 3 days. You get a bigger ship, which means there's more floors, means there's more venues, more options. And then if you want to buy the drink package, obviously that's going to add money, but like $80 a day, you get 15 drinks unlimited. Well, they say unlimited, but Carnival is 15 drinks. Other cruise lines, it's unlimited. So I just feel like Margaritaville at Sea Paradise, their ship Paradise, it's a good introduction cruise. So you get to go on a cruise ship for 2 days. You get to see if you like it, if you like being stuck on a ship, because I know that's a lot of people's big issue is, I don't want to be stuck on a ship, but 2 days isn't that long. So you get to see if you like being on a ship. You get to see if you like the type of entertainment, the trivia, the production shows, the karaoke. You get to see if you get seasickness. My biggest fear before I started cruising was getting motion sickness. So for 2 days, you get to see if you get seasickness. If you like the Margaritaville at Sea Paradise, you're going to love any other cruise you go on, because from here, in my opinion, it only goes up from here. So if you can have fun on this cruise ship, you can have fun on any cruise ship. But I did like the casino on this ship was smoke-free, so that was nice. Once again, is it the worst cruise? No, I think the worst cruise is the one leaving port without you on it. But for me, it's not worth it, so I'm glad I did it because I see the ads. If you can get a buy one, get one free, or if you can do the Hero Sale free promotion, which they're doing right now, I'd say go for it. But it's not for me, though. I probably won't be going on this one. I will try their Islander, though, because it's going out of Tampa, it's a lot closer to me. I live in Orlando. So I will definitely try that one, because I know they do the buy one, get one frees and the Hero Sale free on that one as well. But I will not be going on the Paradise again. The Margaritaville at Sea Paradise. So let me know your thoughts. Have you been on the cruise ship? Did you enjoy it? But if you made it this far, hey, I appreciate you guys watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe to see other cruise ships. I have a few cruises coming up here in the next couple months. MSC, Carnival, and Royal Caribbean. And since I live in Florida, Central Florida, I try to go to the theme parks as well. So I have theme park content, Universal, Disney World, and SeaWorld. And just try to see what else there is to do around Central Florida to give you guys an idea if you're coming here on vacation or if you live here. So once again, I appreciate you guys watching. And until next time, have a great day. Bye.